Hey y'all, what's up? JamiThatsMe here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another quick chat, okay? I actually got a few things on the list for the quick chat that I want to chat with y'all about. Like Tamar Braxton. I didn't get a chance to really touch on her situation with JR and his baby mama. Because earlier this week, she was just really getting into it and beefing with Candy and Todd for real, for the most part. So we are going to double back. We're going to chat about that. We got to talk about what's going on with Trump. There's an issue that's been going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine, honey. And, Sheryl Lee Ralph, she came out with some interesting news. So we're going to talk about that and some other stuff, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's see who I want to talk about first, okay? First person I got up here is going to be Tekashi 6ix9ine, girl. And I'm trying not to laugh in his face, I have to say. It's not funny, but it's hilarious. And what they're saying is that 6ix9ine was attacked by a group of men inside of a sauna at a gym down in Florida. Okay, he did have to be taken to the hospital, but he was able to get up and stand up, walk around, and escort himself out of the gym. Now, I will say that the video dropped, okay? So I did see a little bit of what that video was giving, okay? He definitely was getting like punched on, stomped on, all of that, okay? I'm not going to show the video or the photo of his face, but if you guys would like to see it, definitely slide over to the Neighborhood Talk because they do have those details for y'all. And it's just so interesting because the people that, appear to have, jumped on him, those people, girl, they weren't famous. Them look like just regular gym goers. I don't know. They might be some notable people, not sure, but they look like just some random folks. And it's interesting to me because he has done so much stuff. He's talked so much crap. He's baited people so much. He's snitched on folks. I can't really fault him for snitching because I really don't agree with that whole snitching stuff. If I got a chance to save my life, baby, I'm not going to save yours to risk mine. Like, we're not going to do that. Okay? So it is what it is, but I just feel like with him snitching, he also should have been held accountable for some of his involvement in actions and said crimes, right? But it's like it's interesting to me because the way he has come out against other notable individuals, I would have expected them or their entourage to get to this man. But one thing about it, girl, I guess karma gonna hit when she hits, and it seems like they was hitting the fuck out of him out there in that gym in the bathroom, if you ask me, okay? So that's where karma decided to hit, and that's where they decided to hit on your ass too. So now you're tied the hell up, and you had to go to the hospital. Now, I wonder if he's going to go and snitch on those guys and get them locked up, being that they actually physically assaulted him. I do wonder. They're just saying his injuries were so bad he had to be taken to a local hospital. Y'all making it seem like that before y'all put out the video. Y'all saying the injuries were so bad, and not that they weren't, but he was able to get his ass up off that floor because he was crouched down like this, covering his face. But he was able to get that ass up off that floor, look around, and walk out that damn bathroom so he could take himself where he need to be. But it's interesting that TMZ would give limited information. Girl, ain't nobody finna sit up here and feel sorry for this man. Talk about his injuries were so bad. But y'all forgot to add that he got the hell up off that floor and walked out. But anyway, they're saying his attorney spoke with the site and said 6ix9ine was inside a sauna when a group of men just started beating on him. Now, I don't know, they could have been at LA Fitness because I don't know where they was. But of course, when you go into the, the locker room area and you go into the restrooms, the sauna is right there as well as the shower. So he was definitely in like that bathroom area. But they probably did flame his ass up in that sauna, okay? Because I think I saw somewhere he said it was like 3 or more men. Girl, it's the fact that how you get assaulted and majority of Americans don't give a damn about you and don't care and ready to turn their head and be like, oh, well, just another day in the park. What's going on, Sam? Like, girl, what? Yikes. We hate to see it, honey. I feel like this won't be the only ass beating that you get in 2023. I feel like there might be more to come. He pulled so many stunts, y'all, that I wouldn't be surprised if he had these people do this to him just so he could come to the front and say that it happened to him, girl, okay? Because ain't nobody been featuring him. Ain't nobody been listening to his music. Ain't nobody been stunning his ass, okay? So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a scheme that Tekashi 6ix9ine set up to come to us with the bullshit, and we still not gonna give a damn, okay? Let's go ahead and slide. Let's go ahead and let's slide, all right? Next up, I want to talk about Tamar Braxton, all right? Earlier this week, y'all know her new show dropped, which is Queen's Court. I've already reviewed episode 1. I'm thinking I'm going to watch episode 2 and 3 and go ahead and review that, but I have not binged watched the whole season. And I was debating on whether I should binge the whole season and then give y'all my thoughts, or would you like me to group a few episodes together and give y'all my thoughts as I go? So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm not really sure. I think I might group, a few episodes together, because sometimes it looks like with the clips that I've been seeing, it's like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and get this off my mind. Like, let me go ahead and feed y'all exactly what I'm thinking about this particular, these few episodes here. But we'll see. But either way, it was announced that when Queen's Court dropped, we learned 2 major things, okay? We learned that Evelyn Lozada got engaged to her boo from the show. We also learned that Tamar Braxton also got engaged to her boo, JR, on the show, right? Or at least I retract a little bit of that. So Evelyn met her boo on the show, but she got engaged to him on her actual birthday. So this was a while after the show had filmed. Tamar had been engaged the longest, okay? So we learned that information, that she was indeed engaged. Well, what came along with that engagement, honey, was the baby mama needing to come to the front to address some things about Tamar. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Because for a lot of y'all that may not know, Tamar's fiance has about 5 children. Tamar only has 1 child. He has 5 children, 4 baby mamas. He's an attorney. I like his swag, okay? Handsome white man, like the swag. You could tell he's been around black folks all his life. He from NOLA. All of his baby mamas is black. I believe he said that's all he's dated was black women. I think he might be a decent guy, right? But we shall see. You know what I'm saying? We shall see. It seems like even though he had them baby mamas, he was only married to 1, I want to say. But we'll see what the verdict looking like from Miss Tamar, okay? But either way, so one of the baby mamas ended up coming out, and she said basically, I'm actually going to have to reread it because I don't really remember everything she said. But she says, I have sat in silence for over a year, respecting everyone's privacy while they disrespected mine. I've sat in silence while this person has come into my son's life and caused nothing but chaos and unnecessary drama. While I will not speak on my son's other siblings and what type of relationship their father or this woman has with them, but let me be clear for all who know me and all who know them, okay? This woman is in no way a bonus or stepmom to my son. My son does not mean everything to her, and she has not thanked God for me, and truthfully, none of his baby mamas. How you know? I guess you might have a close relationship with the other baby mama, so y'all might get on y'all 3, 4, 5-way phones and then probably talk SHI about the woman. But hey, that's y'all experience. Let's keep going. She has said demeaning, disrespectful, and outrageous things about how I have chosen to co-parent with my son's father and the efforts I have made to keep him involved. Okay, I wonder what Tamar has offered to that conversation, because some stuff you can't just go in there and just give your 2 cents on with a situation. Just like I don't feel like JR can just jump in there and give his 2 cents on how you and Vince decide to co-parent your child. So some things you might have to take a back seat on. I do wonder, we're only getting a bit of a one-sided story here from the baby mama. So it does make me wonder, have you possibly been difficult? And then Tamar is offering her opinion on that. But even if she is offering her opinion, Tamar, how are you doing that? Are you running things by way of JR and JR is running it back to her? Or are you actually contacting her, letting her know this? How does she know that you have so many things to say when it comes to her co-parenting with her kid's dad? I'm just wondering about that, all right? What else? She says she has made no effort to meet me, get to know me, or as a woman or mother, and has caused my son's father to miss visitations and weekends. I have to go back to something you said. You said she has made no effort to meet me or get to know me. Well, if y'all haven't met, then how the hell do you know what she's been saying about your co-parenting with your baby daddy? So either JR is messy as fuck, or you're creating some shit right now. And now I don't know, okay? And I'm not blaming nobody, but I am saying that I have questions, okay? That because some things are not making sense for me, all right? Listen, yeah, I have chosen to co-parent with my son's father and the efforts I have made to keep him involved. She has made no effort to meet me, get to know me as a woman or as a mother. Have you tried to meet her, get to know her as a mother, as a woman, being that she's going to be around your child? And also, I feel like if you have an issue, personally, my opinion, okay? Where you say he has missed visitation, weekends, and birthdays, okay? I feel like that's not a Tamar issue. That's a JR issue, okay? That's just my personal. And is JR making it easy for y'all to communicate, knowing that this is the woman he chose from a damn show? And now just bringing this person into his kid's life. See, for me, I understand you want to meet this woman. I understand that you want her to get to know you, vice versa. But it seems like you want to immediately place blame. This is where a lot of baby mamas and new girlfriends, fiancés, whatever, where they go wrong at. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the man in the middle can do a better job with making sure that there is a way for these ladies to communicate and know that each other is not a threat or whatever the case is, because that's where it seems like things might be falling out a bit. Like, I'm wondering if JR is indeed, I'm just wondering if JR is the problem, because that's what it's given. But then this is where y'all go wrong. Instead of y'all looking at the actions of the man, y'all like to take the actions of the man and put it off on the woman just because a new woman came into the life and the way that he moves has shifted. That ain't got nothing to do with her for real. That's more so him. At the end of the day, I know he might want to spend more time with her, be around her. He still is obligated to that child. So the weight shouldn't be on her. Yeah, she done came into his life and distracted him and this and that. Bitch, that makes no sense, because when you're a parent, nobody should be taking your attention off your child. So at the end of the day, the fault should always go on the parent, to me, versus going to the person that they're attached to. Does that make sense? So I don't know the dynamics. I only know what the lady is saying in these messages. And based on what I'm reading in these messages, some things are not adding up, and it is giving a bit of misplacement of anger, and you're trying to put that off on Tamar. Now, Tamar could have been rude and you could have been right? She could have been making things stressful. However, my thing is, you said that you never met the lady, and the lady ain't even been trying to get to know you. So how do you know what she's saying and doing? Is it clicking, Stephen? So then, therefore, I have to resort to JR being the problem more than Tamar is the problem. But again, that's just what I'm thinking. But let's keep going. So then the woman says, yeah, she causes my son to miss. No, he missed that because that's what he wants to do. That's on him. All right. Now, she says, I'm fine with people sharing their version of the story that they've created for themselves on social media and television. But what we will not continue to do is involve the son that I raised in someone else's shenanigans. I hate to say that, ma'am, but if that's his daddy and that's the woman he engaged to, the baby gonna forever be in shenanigans, okay? If y'all don't know how to come together and actually communicate, because let's be honest here, and I'm not team Tamar in this situation. I'm not team JR. I'm not even team whoever baby mama is. I'm team reading this and breaking it down and seeing what does and does not, make sense for me. But in all honesty, ma'am, Tamar ain't say nothing about you for real. All she did was say something positive and says she don't care about how many kids he got. Okay, all she said was she thank God for the baby mamas, whatever the case is, right? You the one that decided to come off your porch, okay, to throw tomatoes and go in on this woman. You just hopped down, slid down, and just decided to read her down. And the way that I'm reading this message, it sounds like, and I don't think that you're a bitter baby mama or anything like that. I don't think that's the case. You're probably a woman that was, hey, if you wanted to be with him, you could have possibly. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you like bitter. But I do think that you are misplacing your upsetness onto Tamar, when I do think that it should be over on your child's dad at the end of the day. The decisions he chooses to make, that's on him. That's on him. I'm sorry, y'all. And y'all can dislike Tamar or whatever, and I'm not being team her, but I'm just looking at this situation like that's not, you wanted to make yourself known. You wanted to come out and give your statement and stuff, and that's fine. But at the same time, as I read it, your issue ain't with her. Your issue is with him. And as long as you think that your issue is with her, y'all are going to continue to go in this circle, and it's going to continue to be problems. And therefore, it makes me think that you may not want to have peace. Now after you get to know Tamar, after she gets to know you and y'all actually meet each other or whatever the case is, Then if you feel like it's the same, you know what I'm saying? Then I would be more inclined to believe what you're saying or even understand where you're coming from, right? But you ain't even meet the lady or know the lady, your words. So I'm just confused on how you got all of that. So I don't know. For me, y'all, it's not adding up. And JR did come to the front. And let me see if I have his message, because I could have sworn I screenshotted it. After all of this went down, he came to the front and he said something on behalf of the baby mama. Okay. Is this the right one? Okay, no, that's the conversation he had about Todd. That's the conversation he had about Todd. Let me see. Do I still have it? Okay, he says the mothers of my children have been put in the public eye because of me, and that's so unfair to them. I guess they have, but they haven't been put in the public eye, in my personal opinion, because ain't nobody just exposed who they were. We didn't know who they were. Maybe if you would have gave it time, people probably would have, but she came out and spoke on her own, therefore she exposed herself. That's just what I'm thinking. I still don't know who the rest of the other baby. I don't know the other three. Don't know. I know her because she came out and spoke. Then goes on to say, they have been nothing short of amazing to my children. Sometimes a difference of opinion with no conversation to clear up miscommunication creates a bad cycle. I want everyone to be peaceful and will do my best to foster that. Okay. He says, Tamar Braxton has always been an amazing mother and spoiled my children with love. Okay. So that is what, he's saying about Tamar and about the mothers of his children. Okay. Meanwhile, she's the only mom to come out to say anything. Maybe nobody wants to say anything out of fear of, scrutiny or whatever. But I would also assume, and I could be wrong, I know you feel like he's missing visitation weekends at birthdays, but shit, the man got 5 kids. Is he making all of the birthdays and the weekends, girl? And he an attorney out here traveling and stuff? I feel like, girl, that man probably was already over here dipping and dodging and doing whatever, and then you over here putting it on her. I don't know, girl. I'm just telling you, this is just an observation. So I don't know. I'm just giving you my opinion. You guys can leave your thoughts and comments down below when it comes to this matter. Okay, please do. And as we speak on Tamar, real quick, I just wanted to highlight the fact that she's actually supposed to be hosting Basketball Wives season 10. Interesting. She looks cute in her orange dress or whatnot, I must say. But the season is giving blah. And now, honestly, the season was given blah before Malaysia left. And I hate that the episodes are so flat, because it does leave the idea that a lot of people not watching because of Malaysia. Not really, girl. Not really. A lot of people wasn't watching before that. A lot of people stopped watching because of OG, period. And y'all really ain't have nothing else going on, nothing else that y'all was talking about. And a lot of people, I feel, watch it because ain't shit else on, so let me just check it out and see what it's giving. You know what I'm saying? I have a cute little amount of people that come back and watch my reviews, so I do it for you guys, But if it's boring, I'll probably skip an episode. For real. But yeah, girl, that's the short answer, okay? Tamar Braxton is going to be hosting Basketball Wives Reunion Season 10, if you guys care. All right, so there's that. Let's see what else we got over here that I care to chat about, okay? Girl, this right here is a travesty. Let's bring this to the front, okay? This is North Korean leader Kim Jong, and Jong Un. I know I'm saying the name wrong, so I'm going to say North Korean leader Kim, okay? They're saying that he has called on his country to be ready to launch a nuclear attack to deter war, as he accused the U.S. and South Korea of carrying out military drills with American nuclear assets. First of all, sir, you have been so inching and so ready to fire off some fucking nukes, okay? You have been so inching that you're searching and looking for anything and any reason, okay? They're saying that Kim remarks carried on state media, KCNA, came after the Hermit Kingdom launched a short-range ballistic missile towards the sea on Sunday. The missile flew across the country and landed in the sea off its east coast, according to South Korea. Girl, he over there, he trigger happy. He is trigger happy. Kim, who oversaw the test, said the exercise improved the military's actual war capability and highlighted the need to ensure its readiness posture for any immediate and overwhelming nuclear counterattack through such drills. Now, let me say this. One, baby, you're trigger happy and you're just so ready. You're so ready to blow some things up. The other thing is, I don't know what all y'all got over there, and I damn sure don't know what all we got over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if we even equipped to go to war, but it does make me think about people that be quick to show their hand, not knowing what the other person really got, is what's interesting to me because, the U.S. tries so hard to keep shit from us, girl. Ain't no telling what they keep it from y'all, and they probably got something to flame y'all. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, girl. I'm just telling you. But you know what else is so interesting to me? That now he wants to make some type of agreement with Russia or whatever, partner up with Russia and all this and that. And then now you want to send these nukes and stuff. You know what's so interesting? It's the fact that this announcement for me, at least when I learned it, came out after I heard at the end of last week that Trump was getting ready to go to prison or go to jail for whatever the hell he got going on. So I was like, And we already know how much Trump was over there tiptoeing in his J's over there in Russia, girl. So I'm over here like, is this y'all retaliating and feeling away that y'all main man may not get the opportunity to run for office another round or something like that, as to why y'all want to try and sit up here and be ready to flame us up or something like, girl, what's going on? What's going on? You and South Korea needs to get it together. Y'all supposed to be partners, but y'all don't want to have nothing to do with them. So, girl, that's just where we at. But I had to bring this to the front and talk about it because I'm like, girl, Lord, they trying to get ready to blow us off the map, honey. They trying to blow us off the map. But that's the reason I want to talk about it. One, because he's trying to blow us off the map. And two, it's the ironicness of when this came for me after learning about the Trump situation. And three, I just want to say, I don't know what we got, if we can compete or if we can't. But again, I would not be surprised, you know what I'm saying, if America did have a little something ready for you, since you want to show your hand and show what all you got. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, girl. They say the bigger they are, the harder they fall. But I don't know, girl. We'll see, girl. I might not even be here to see it. Who knows, girl? The way y'all over here about to blow us up, child. But either way, good luck. Let's scoot over. Who else do we have here? Oh, girl, yeah, let's talk about him. Since we're talking, let's talk about him. All right? Because first of all, there was supposed to be some charges or something to come up on Trump. He was supposed to be getting arrested earlier this week. I saw where a lot of the cops up north were trying to prepare for a riot and things to happen. I believe when they were in the courthouse or like in the Capitol, wherever they were, getting ready to make a decision about what was going to happen with him, there was like a bomb threat called, only to find out that the bomb threat was fake or whatever. So, girl, ain't no telling what's going on, all right? He already dealing with some charges and stuff elsewhere, and he came to, what page was that? I feel like I screenshotted that too. Let me see if I have it. He went to some special site where he posted about how he might be going to jail soon. Do I have it? Let me see, girl. Do I have it? Where is it? Because he sure said something about it. I don't see it. But he definitely made mention about how he was about to get locked the hell up. Where is it? Okay, I don't have it. But either way, yeah, he thought he was going to get locked up on Tuesday. I haven't heard anything yet about him actually getting locked up, but it looked like he might be facing some RICO charges down here in Georgia. And y'all know Miss Ma'am down here in Georgia don't really play with the people. All right, ex-Young Thug. Now, they're saying Donald Trump potentially facing RICO charges in Georgia for allegedly attempting to overturn the 2020 election. Could be indicted by the same DA who was prosecuting Young Thug. All right. Listen, Atlanta area prosecutors are considering bringing racketeering and conspiracy charges in connection with Trump's attempt to bribe and scheme his way back into a second term. Sources tell CNN that investigators have a large volume of substantial evidence related to a possible conspiracy from inside and outside the state, including recordings of phone calls, emails, text messages, documents, and testimony before a special grand jury trial. Investigators have at least 3 recordings of Trump pressuring Georgia officials, including a phone call that he made to Georgia House Speaker to push for a special session to overturn Biden's 2020 victory in the state. Now, listen, Governor Kemp out here ain't finna probably let this go forward. Okay, even though Trump don't give a damn about him. All right, just so he can look good to the good old boys, girl, he's not gonna let this move forward. But I don't even know if he has any say so in this, honestly. All right. They say they even looked at the past phone calls and focused on claims of election fraud by state lawmakers, the fake elector scheme, efforts by unauthorized individuals to access voting machines in one Georgia county, and threats and harassment against election workers. Girl, he probably finna go to, I don't know. I would love to see him get locked up though. Let me see. I would love to. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not going to lie. Let me see. All right, I was trying to see if I saw any of his tweets from earlier. Okay, so we don't know for sure if he has indeed been arrested yet, but it looks like they are trying to put some RICO charges out there on him. Let's see, do they have that? Okay, I don't know. We're going to wait and see what's going to happen with Trump. But he might be getting locked up soon. I don't know. They keep saying that and keep playing with us. Let me tell y'all, Trump keeps sliding through the cracks, maneuvering through these damn cracks, so one way or the other. So, I mean, if he don't get locked up, I'm not going to be surprised. And if he do get locked up, I'm going to be surprised, okay? But that's all I got on him. Let's go ahead and scoot over. Let's see who else we got. Oh, the Isley Brothers. Let's see what's going on with them. Because now there's a family feud. They're saying Rudolph Isley reportedly sues brother Ronald for purchasing the Isley Brothers trademark and pocketing the profits. Right out the gate, this is disrespectful as hell. Right out the gate, this is disrespectful as hell. You can't be doing that. Let me see if I can pull this up on TMZ, child. Because this right here is disrespectful as hell. Because I want the TMZ report from this. Okay. Woo. So they're saying there's a family battle brewing among the Isley brothers, with Rudolph Isley accusing his younger brother, Ronald Isley, of going behind his back and possibly cutting him out of a ton of money. Girl, it's giving Escape. It's giving Scott Sisters. Now, according to a new lawsuit obtained by TMZ, Rudolph is suing Ronald over the rights to the Isley Brothers trademark. He says Ronald applied and got approval for the trademark in his own name and is taking all the profits. Now, that's messed up. You wouldn't be who you is today, I'm sure, if it weren't for your brothers. Get them folks a piece of a check. Rudolph says he and Ronald are supposed to split all profits from the band 50-50. Claiming they've each had 50% ownership in the band since their brother O'Kelly died way back in 1986. Now, why would you do that to your brother when you know times is hard and inflation is high as hell and a recession has been here even though they're trying to act like it ain't arrived yet? Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that to that man? In the docs, Rudolph claims Ronald applied for and was granted the exclusive rights to the Isley Brothers for use on visual recordings and audiovisual recordings featuring music and animation back in August. But Rudolph says Ronald needs his approval to cut such a deal. Girl, this is some messy shit. You need to go over there and whoop your brother ass. Because I don't care if you did a little humbug on that track. You need to get your coinage, okay? Because Mr. Ronald, your career has went long standing. You have done records with a ton of people. And I feel like you dropped some records since the pandemic. I feel like you done dropped some stuff. About out here still touring, getting your coin. Let your brother get a piece of that money. Rudolph says Ronald applied to put the trademark in his name in November of 2021. It's first of all for me that y'all went that long without having y'all name trademark. So did somebody else trademark y'all name and you were buying it from somebody else? Or how did that work? Since you put up most of the money, you felt that it should only go on your name or what? Because why is y'all, if y'all was performing back in 86 or the 80s or whatever, and you're just now getting a trademark, how that work? Okay? But Rudolph claims they previously split all the profits from some big transactions, including a multi-million-dollar publishing deal. And now he wants the judge to order an accounting to see just how much Ronald's been raking in since the change. I don't fault him, y'all. You better get in on it now. It just started in 2021. So, yeah, get in on it now. What's more, they're saying Rudolph wants the court to step in and declare the Isley Brother trademark is jointly owned by him and his brother. And he wants Ronald to cough up half of any money he's been making off their band's good name since getting the trademark. And I agree 1,000%. I agree, because how I'm looking at that is kind of like Destiny's Child when it was 3 of them, right? I feel like if Beyonce trademarked Destiny's Child's name, I don't think that's fair to Kelly. And really not Michelle either, regardless of how much of a tune she sung on those. You know what I'm saying? I think that money should be split the 3 ways. And if it's only 2 remaining members, then split it 50-50 in my personal opinion. Because Beyonce has been able to go on and excel and be who she is, i.e. Mr. Ronald Isley, right? So for me, I just feel like that's only fair that you should give that man what he owes. That's just how I feel about that. You know, I think the brother is doing everything right. Go and get your coins, sir. Get your money. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. Run me my coin. Got time. I'm not. Times is hard. You still out here shucking and jiving and getting your money. Okay? I'm making money off previous. I'm not out here shucking and jiving like that. Give me my mother coins. So I'm with him on that. And that's just on P. All right. Y'all leave y'all thoughts down in the comments. All right. Let's go ahead and move on, because next up I want to talk about Sheryl Lee Ralph. Okay. Let's get into what was going on with her, which was really interesting. Okay. They're saying that Sheryl Lee Ralph revealed she was sexually assaulted by a famous TV judge, but she definitely made sure to clarify that it was not Judge Mathis. He's a stand-up guy. So not Judge Mathis. Let's be very clear about that. Sheryl Lee Ralph is not one to bite her tongue, they say. In her new book, Diva 2.0, 12 Life Lessons from Me to You, okay, the Emmy winner opens up about her personal connections to the Me Too movement. During her promo run, Ralph appeared on Way Up with Angela Yee, and that's when she divulged further about being assaulted in the workplace at the hands of a famous TV judge. She clarified that it was not Judge Greg Mathis, whom she loves and considers to be a great man. All right. She says, I'm at a very public place. I was suited. I was handling my business for television, for the television show I was on at the time. We were on the same network. This man walked in, grabbed me by the back of my neck, turned me around, and rammed his nasty ass tongue down my throat. And everybody at the network saw it. I wonder when this happened. Because I feel like a lot of that stuff has happened like back in the day, like maybe like 80s, 90s. I'm not sure how long she's, no, I feel like she's been out for years. I feel like she's been out for a very long time. But I feel like at some point prior to the 2000s and some of the 2000s, people were able to do this type of stuff and really just get away with it. And nobody said anything about it and just thought that it was just a common thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It happens. It is what it is. Let's move on, go over here. But no, don't nobody want you. I don't know where your mouth being that day and you coming over here putting your tongue, like, what the fuck? Like, and I understand if she didn't say anything about it, and if she also did not try to sue him or do anything, because she probably was afraid of her career being halted in any type of capacity. You know what I'm saying? But that's disrespectful as fuck. But now that Miss Girl has won her awards and shit, I want her to name them, because now we're in a space where it's comfortable for you to do so and let those people know who these predators were. So let us know, but maybe we got to get the book to find it out. But Ralph even shared that the then mayor of New Orleans was prepared to take action against her assailant, but the network's executives urged her not to report the crime. All right. They're saying the mayor of New Orleans at the time was Mark Morial. And she said, I called Mark and he said, you want me to send the police there right now? Because we will fix his, you know what, right now. Somebody at the network tapped me on the shoulder and said, please don't. Do you know what they did not want? She says, do you know what? She says, do you know that they did not want any bad press around their show and did not care what had just happened to me? I believe that, especially as a black woman in entertainment. Definitely believe that. All right. She says that's the kind of stuff that happens. That's what happens. That's what makes it hard for women to speak up about these things when you do not have the support, right, of the very people that witnessed what happened. She says on a separate instance, she reflected on being accosted repeatedly by another person and was later judged for confronting him. That's what I'm saying. And it's not even just, when somebody has sexually assaulted you, it's also when somebody has just blatantly disrespected you on the job. Like, regardless of where you work, you're hesitant to express yourself because then you're labeled as a certain way, a person that's combative or uncooperative and all of this. And you know what I'm saying? And then it makes for a difficult workspace. So then you just kind of go inwards and you just brush it off and you just continue to press through and move on. You know what I'm saying? And it's horrible. And that's exactly what she says. She says it's horrible. It's like I can think about things and I'll tell you, it was like the third time something like this had happened to me. And I thought to myself, what did I do to deserve that? What made this man think he could just come over and put his hands on my body in front of, he didn't know me. Okay, this is what she said. He didn't know me. He sat down at the table across from me. He did not remember any of this, but I had to let him know what he did that night. Do you want to know what was the shocking part? Everybody around the table was appalled that I would stand up for myself. They were appalled, she said. They told me I should be ashamed of myself, and why would I even bring that up at a dinner table? Bitch, I'm gonna bring it up wherever I want to. Shout out to her for not feeling any fear. And, protecting herself, standing up for herself, because clearly nobody else would do it. And then for y'all to sit up there and shame that woman about it, girl, makes me wonder what was really happening to y'all that y'all wasn't out there talking about. All right. So she says these days she urges women to speak up, tell your truth, and do not carry the burden of that pain, especially if it's something you feel you cannot work through. Girl, I'm going to have to look at who these judges were. She didn't give a race. I will say when she said it wasn't Judge Mathis, I did think about Judge Joe Brown. I am not accusing Judge Joe Brown of doing anything, but that was the next person that came to my mind as I'm trying to figure out who were TV judges that were, men. Like, what men were TV judges during her entire career? Who were they? You know what I'm saying? I feel like wasn't there like a white man or somebody over the People's Court at some point? So that's what I'm wondering. Like, could it have been a white man that did that? Which I really feel like it strongly was, in my opinion. Because of how they try to tell her, don't say anything, don't worry about it, da 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 da, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm going to look that up at a later time. But I just wanted to come to y'all real quick and share my thoughts about some things. And I want to hear you all's thoughts about everything that we just discussed on the quick chat down below, okay? I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.